Do you know, I was actually out. I didn't even get to watch the entire match. I came in when Lukaku scored the second. And then I saw the calamity that took place. I wish I just stayed out. I just wish I stayed out with my family instead of rushing back to watch Chelsea drop points again. What did I say in the preview? What did I say? That this is what we do. This is what we do, man. This is what we do.
All right. Here we go, back again on the other side of the coin.
All right, welcome back to the other side of the coin, ladies and gentlemen. As I expected in the preview that we're probably going to drop points, I kind of thought maybe might be 1-1, but yeah, it's 2-2. It's a draw anyway. So we drop points after Wolves having 3 losses in a row. They come to Stamford Bridge, our home ground. Continues to prove a very difficult situation for us. Todd Bowley, the man, can't seem to get a win, can't buy a win, literally can't buy a win now. He's the new owner. And he witnesses yet another capitulation in such a short space of time. I think Wolves equalized about scored the first goal in the 78th minute and then equalized very, very late, literally the last phase of the game. Look, apologize if a lot of this review is not referring to first half because I didn't watch it. So I need you guys to help me out what you guys saw and what not. We'll start from the lineup and then we'll try and work our way through. My preview, if you guys had seen, I did my lineup and it wasn't a predicted lineup. It was my lineup. And I said, look, since we don't have wing backs or we don't want to utilize Reece James as a wing back, for some reason, I don't know why Thomas Tuchel in recent times have really started to, persevere with Azpilicueta as being the wing back. I said, play Chalobah as RCB if it's a back 3. If not, back 4, just go with Rudy, Silva, Reece James, Alonso, and in the middle, I said Kovacic and Saul. I don't know whether that would have worked, but at least that kind of feels like it should work. Looking at the lineup once again, Azpilicueta, not really sure why he keeps starting. I would rather have Reece James in the wing-back position, have Chalobah. It was even more mad to see Malang Sarr come on as opposed to Chalobah coming on right at the end. I don't know why we are seeming to give Malang Sarr minutes when, let's be honest, he's not Chelsea quality, man. He's not Chelsea quality. When we have someone like Chalobah who we're going to build our future with, the group of CBs that we're going to have, I don't understand why this guy all of a sudden is simply not favored. He's simply not favored. Saul comes on in the second half for Alonso. I don't know what happened in during that. Was it a tactical change? Was it an injury? I'm not really sure. I haven't seen anything about it online either. And I'm not really seeing anything from Saul on that left side, to be honest. And looking at that last goal and even any impetus from that left side, there wasn't any impetus since Saul came on as a wing back. And a lot of the time I saw a lot of open space on the left side. That equalizer came from there with a cross whipping in. There was so much space left on that left side. You could probably argue, what about the defending for the equalizer? Who's stopping that header? I think Thiago Silva was out of position as well. Thiago Silva was out of position for the first goal as well, which created a bit of a overload for Wolves players. Overall, the lineup, look, it is what it is. Lukaku started. I was glad with that. I said in the preview, let's try and get something out of Lukaku. As much as I feel he needs to move on, but since he's here, let's try and get something out of it. Pulisic started. Timo Werner is probably not someone I expected to start. I wanted Hakim Ziyech to start. That's another one I don't understand why Ziyech is not starting. But I thought, okay, it is what it is. I didn't expect anything. I expected a draw anyway. So it just hurts when you're 2 up and then you absolutely bottle it the way you have. Now, looking into the match, first half, as I said, I was out enjoying time with my family. I saw that there was some issues with the VAR. There was a Ruben Loftus-Cheek goal that was disallowed. Many people in social media were saying that VAR apparently went back so many phases behind just to find an issue to disallow the goal. You guys let me know what you thought about the VAR situation. I can't comment too much on it because I didn't actually get to watch it. And besides that, there were a few chances for Timo Werner I saw on social media where Pulisic apparently put him through and Timo Werner once again could not finish. Similarly, there was a few times where Timo Werner did not release Lukaku. Second half is when I started to watch, especially the goal where Lukaku got that ball from Pulisic. And this is where I want to start my conversation. My first point. Well done to Romelu Lukaku. 2 goals scored. Penalty. I believe he won the penalty as well. Correct me if I'm wrong on that because I missed that. Second goal, I saw that. Pulisic passing it earlier. And this is what I want to talk about first up. To utilize Lukaku, and this is why I've been saying in recent times, let's use Lukaku and let's use him to his strengths. It's not a bad thing, ladies and gentlemen, to use a talisman to their strengths. His strength is release him early, release the beast early. Pulisic released him early. Guess what happened? Ended up being a goal. There were a couple of other chances where Pulisic had. He doesn't release him early. Takes too many steps, too many movements with the ball, and then releases him in a particular position where it's too late. Same thing with Timo Werner. Doesn't release Lukaku early enough. Takes those extra touches. And I don't understand. You've been training all this season. And this is why I have to question Thomas Tuchel as well. Why is it so difficult to understand to pass the ball to Lukaku early? Get the ball to him early. Release him sooner so he can see the defender 1v1. So he can actually, his back isn't against the defender. So he's side by side. Release him early. He takes the ball and then he drives at the defenders. Why is this concept so difficult for some of our attackers to understand? Why is there a need to hold on to the ball so long? I don't get it. I simply don't understand it. When you have a player like Lukaku that can do a lot of damage, I'm not sure why we don't do this. Okay, that's number one. Number two, what I noticed, it was too much of an end-to-end game. Way too much of an end-to-end game. And this is why I have to say, look, I'm not going to sit here and deny the fact that Jorginho doesn't have flaws. He 100% has flaws. But the one thing that Jorginho gives us most of the times, if you notice, it's never an end-to-end footballing game. He controls possession. There's a way to defend with the ball. You can still defend by holding onto the ball, by not allowing the opposite. This match, Ruben Loftus-Cheek and Kovacic, that final sort of 25 minutes, that was mad. Both of them were driving unnecessarily at times. It looks all great. They're driving with the ball, but then they leave the defense wide open. Both of them are bombing up and the defense is wide open and the opposition has all this room in midfield. Literally, we have zero control of the midfield and the amount of times they countered us and they probably should have scored. We're lucky that it's just 2. They had plenty of other chances, man. Jimenez had a chance. Hwang had a chance, which was saved by Mendy. Trinquet had another chance after his goal. There were plethora of chances that they had. Plethora of chances. Our midfield was just non-existent, especially when you have Kovacic and Ruben Loftus-Cheek playing in those areas. As I said, it looks great when they're with the ball, but they're not sitters. They're not sitters. You need a proper sitter. And look, if we want to get rid of Jorginho, which I think we should anyway, because his contract's coming to, after this season, I have 1 more year. It's probably perfect time to let go of him. But we need a defensive midfielder, a sitter that has Jorginho-esque kind of ball-playing ability, but at the same time, the mobility and the defensive attributes as well. And the discipline to stay deep and making sure you're covering those grounds. And you're a shield for the defense, right? Tchouaméni definitely is the biggest choice. And now Todd Bowley has his work cut out. A lot of people are, again, in social media saying that if Declan Rice played today, we wouldn't have conceded 2 goals. I'll let you guys be the decider. I've literally seen Declan Rice concede goals for, against Eintracht Frankfurt, both the legs. Forget about the last one where they had a man down. They had no control either against Frankfurt. And don't tell me Frankfurt's a lot better than West Ham. At the end of the day, I don't think Declan Rice comes in and provides us balance in this game against Wolves. It would have still looked open. So we need someone who has the ability to control the ball, possession. Don't let the opposition hold the ball too long. Next thing that I want to talk about is Thomas Tuchel and his substitutions. What's going on? You're bringing on Malang Sarr when you have Chalobah. You could have fit in Chalobah as RCB, pushed Reece James as wingback when you took Azpilicueta off. I understand maybe Azpilicueta was injured or whatnot. You're bringing on, you're keeping on Timo Werner, taking off Lukaku. Maybe he was injured. Why is Timo Werner still on? This is what I've been saying, man. I know Timo's played fairly okay that since that Southampton game and the Real Madrid game, but past few games is back to old Timo Werner, just running around and running around and running around. It's great. The work rate is fantastic, but we need some end product as well. I don't necessarily think there was any need to keep Timo Werner. And overall, you could see in midfield, there was an issue. You could have even stuck Chalobah into midfield, along with Ruben Loftus-Cheek and Kovacic. Just get Chalobah to just sit deep in front of the defenders. Why is this so difficult? Why is this situation so difficult? Or just get Saul into that defensive midfield role. Send if you really have to play Malang Sarr, send Malang Sarr on the left. I don't get it. I simply don't understand what's going on. Every time I talk a little bit about Thomas Tuchel, people seem to get upset. Thomas Tuchel's just as culpable as well. It's not just all on the players. Thomas Tuchel's just as culpable. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you don't have wing backs, revert back to your 2 CBs, but add a defensive midfielder with Chalobah. You can literally have it as a 3 CB anyway. Chalobah will sit in as a CB. And you can also include Saul into the mix. Have Saul, Ruben Loftus-Cheek. I don't know what Saul was covering on that left side, if I'm being absolutely honest. There was so much space. It's mad. The way we capitulated, yet again, is just shocking. It honestly is. I mean, where's the mentality of some of these players? And it's within the entire squad. And this, once again, comes down to the manager, I feel. The manager is the one who needs to instill confidence, belief. But it feels like the entire team has gone to sleep. It's like they just can't wait till the season is over and they'll look into a next season. A lot of players leaving, lots of unsettlement within the team, and they just can't wait for a reset to happen. I get it, but we're in jeopardy now massively. Arsenal win their match, they're going to be 1 point behind. I know Spurs got Liverpool, then they've got Arsenal. We could most probably still make top 4, but if we keep dropping points like this, we've got Leeds after this. Our next game is Leeds, and their form isn't that great. And the way we've been, Charity FC, it's going to be absolutely long. Let's check out some of the social media stuff now, so we get a bit of an idea as to what's going on. This is what's happening, ladies and gentlemen. Football Chelsea just tweeted, I lost 4-1 to Brentford at home, lost 3-1 to Real Madrid at home, lost 4-2 to Arsenal at home, drew 1-1 to United away, lost 1-0 to Everton away, all in the last 30 days. The players have given up for the season, and it is as simple as that. Embarrassing. 100% it is embarrassing. 6 out of the last 8 goals we've conceded have been in the second half of our games. 37-year-old Silva played his 43rd game today, not counting trips from Brazil for national fixtures. I don't think Silva, for the minutes that I saw today, which is approximately about 35 minutes, Aspie was, just as culpable for the 2 goals that we conceded. Silva. 32-year-old Aspie playing his 41st minute. Rudiger staggering 48th match. Aspie playing his 41st match. 9 players. In our squad, in our squad have played 40 plus games. 6 of them started today. It does feel a lot like our focus and intensity is tapering off in the latter stages of the game. Liverpool went through some while ago when injuries completely derailed their post-lockdown season. However, they also have 9 players this season who have played 40 plus games but have a vastly superior record in the past few months. Just goes to show the fine margins. At this point, we're no longer running, just trying to drag lifeless limbs over the finished line. Yeah, I mean, I feel like we have been playing Thiago Silva a lot. This is what I've been saying. Chalobah probably deserves to play a few matches here and there. Today, that Lukaku stepped up his game a little. His teammate let him down and not let him enjoy the 3 points. So sad. Yeah, Lukaku for me, from what I saw, from where I saw, was fairly good today. Especially his second goal, so well taken. Got the ball early and smashed in that goal. Lukaku got exiled for the majority of the season, and he's already outscored Havertz. This is what I've been banging on in recent times. I love Kai Havertz. I really do. I think he's a special player, but he ain't no striker. That's what I'm going to say. For me, he's a second striker. Havertz is not going to bang you 20, 25 goals. I'll tell you right now. Lukaku will, but Lukaku's issue has been deeper. For me, I think it's his efforts, his attitude that has let him down. But in recent times, I've been saying, I don't think he's a bad player. We have not played to his strengths. He hasn't adapted to ours as well a little bit. But predominantly, when you have a player like him, you try and utilize his strengths as he's capable of scoring 20 to 25 goals. It's mad that the amount of games he's played, he's our majority goal scorer of the season. It's crazy. Makes a big difference defensively. This is what I've been saying. Jorginho-esque type of player allows us to hold on to the ball and the opposition doesn't see it. And today it was too much of a basketball game, in my opinion, especially the last 30 minutes. Werner plays football like speed. That's all I saw. From the second half, 30 to 35 minutes that I saw of the second half, all I saw was Timo Werner running around. That's all I saw. There wasn't any good decision-making. Didn't release Lukaku early enough. And it was just mad. It was the classic Timo Werner that we've always seen. Why does Tuchel insist on playing certain players who are clearly not up to par but freezes out others? Even if there's a marginal drop-off, those frozen out have something to play for. See Lukaku. Example 2 is Aspie. What exactly does he bring at the moment? Can anyone enlighten me? Werner as well. Look, yeah, I didn't expect Timo Werner to start this match. I don't think he's been playing that well the last couple of matches. I thought maybe Hakim Ziyech will probably get an opportunity. You're going to see, obviously we saw Pulisic. Lukaku is someone I expected. Lukaku and Pulisic I expected. I thought it'd be Hakim Ziyech. So I don't know why Timo Werner got an opportunity. Aspie, it baffles me. I've said it. Aspie cannot start in next season, 2022-23. Aspie simply cannot start. But he keeps starting now. I wouldn't even start him now. I think off the bench, no problems. Keep playing Chalobah as RCB. Have Reece James as right wing back if you're going to play the back three. But for some reason, we continue persevering with Aspie. Bowley today got a first-hand view of why half of those players aren't of Chelsea standard. Got his work cut out in terms of rebuild. He does. He really needs to sit down with Thomas Tuchel. Understand Thomas Tuchel. What is your philosophy? I think this is the first thing we saw from Nizar. He tweeted out that, Nizar said that apparently the new transfers, the new players that are going to come in will be fitted into Thomas Tuchel's philosophy. So we need to sit down and actually figure out what is Thomas Tuchel's philosophy. We need to understand that and then try and plug in the players. Kamal over here saying, man said Pulisic masterclass. I wouldn't say Pulisic had a masterclass, but from what I saw, he didn't have a bad game. Yeah, he didn't release players early enough, but he got that Lukaku assist, which was brilliant. That was an early one. That's how he needs to release Lukaku on a regular basis. I believe it was his pass that led to Lukaku getting a penalty as well. Apparently, that was an early release pass, and there was a few other passes that he had nicely put for Timo Werner that should have led to goals as well. So, which I didn't see, but you let me know how you feel about Christian Pulisic. From what I saw, there was just a 1 or 2 times where he should have released Lukaku early enough, and he didn't. But I don't think he had a bad game. I wouldn't call it a masterclass. Don't think he had a bad game. This is what BCT said. He had an open play assist today, also supplied the pass for Lukaku to trip over for the pen. and was robbed for another open play assist by the ref for no reason. We usually watch a player who took 1,600 minutes of footy per open play assist, so it's masterclass in comparison. I mean, there you go. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the table at the moment. As you can see live, looks like Man United are losing against Brighton. There you go, which is sensational news. I mean, it doesn't really matter. They're so far ahead, far behind us. But the issue is here. Arsenal's got a game in hand, and they can literally go point behind us. I suspect we're still going to make top 4, but we're making it very difficult for us. We really are, ladies and gentlemen. We really, really are making it difficult for us. Look, that ends my review. As I said, I wish I probably didn't rush back because I saw this calamity. But then again, I kind of expected it. So it is what it is. You let me know how you felt about the match. I want to hear from each and every one of you guys what you thought about this particular match. What are the key points for the match for you? How do you think Lukaku went? What do you think about VAR? What do you think about our capitulation, player performances from Pulisic, defense, Thomas Tuchel with his substitution? I want to know each and every one of you guys what you're thinking. And yeah, smash the like button if you've enjoyed it. If you're here for the first time, subscribe, hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. And make sure, if you want me to, because as I said, I get a lot of comments on the videos. Very difficult to reply back to each and every one of you guys. But there is a new functionality, which is much like the super chats. It's called Super Thanks. You can use the Super Thanks functionality to basically ensure that I do reply back to you. I'll make sure I reply back to every Super Thanks out there and connect with you guys if you want to interact in that way as well and get my response. So yeah, hope you guys have... I know you probably haven't enjoyed this, result, but it is what it is. Until next time, take care. See ya.